Here on the Valley today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ashlyn Hill.
And I'm Alex Larson. Breaking news overnight. Multiple fire crews responding to an apartment fire near the Dilworth Walmart overnight.
According to fire officials, multiple crews from Dilworth and Moorhead responding to an apartment complex in the 1600 block of 3rd Avenue Northwest. It was just before 1:30 a.m. Officials say the fire was below a window of an apartment.
One window was broken because of the heat from that fire, but officials say thanks to the sprinkler system, the fire was contained to one area and did not spread. So this investigation now turns over to Dilworth Police as they work to find who lives in that apartment.
A Fargo man who has been charged with several felonies after he allegedly strangled a woman has now changed his plea in court.
Jonathan Gayton is charged with terrorizing, domestic violence, and felony restraint after court documents say he got into an argument with a woman, choked her, and wouldn't let her leave his apartment.
He previously pleaded not guilty back in July, but changed his plea to guilty on all 3 counts. He is expected to be sentenced in January.
New developments this morning in an attempted murder case.
A jury trial has now been pushed back to next year for Princess Gui.
She is accused of running people down in her car in the Cairo parking lot back in February.
She faces several felony charges, including attempted murder, reckless endangerment, and criminal mischief.
The reason, in court yesterday, the state filed a motion to add 2 more victims to that same charge, saying more evidence was discovered in a video that's going to be shown at the trial.
Gui's attorney objected to the language change, saying that the defense would need more time to prepare. The judge eventually granting a continuance, moving that trial date now to early January.
Take a look at this mess. Fargo police are trying to find who made it along Broadway in downtown Fargo early Sunday morning.
Police say between 2:30 and 3 a.m. Sunday, someone knocked over potted plants you see there, trash bins too, and left all of that garbage spread out along the sidewalk.
They say the cleanup was extensive and anybody with information is asked to get in touch with Fargo police.
And a scary update here. We've learned that a bullet hit Fire Station 1 in downtown Fargo Thursday morning, damaging a window and a portion of the wall.
Fargo Fire says they found it as staff were arriving. The damage was in an office area that was not occupied overnight. Nobody was hurt.
Turning our attention now to the forecast during our fast track here, and a change from yesterday's beautiful weather.
For the details on what's coming our way, let's send things over to meteorologist Lisa Green. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yes, a big cool down today, coming with some showers, even some thunder showers that we've experienced this morning too. Maybe they woke you up here this morning. Looking at a few areas of rain, you can see the main band is still west of us, but we've had some spotty pop-up showers and a line that's developed that's been producing some lightning and thunder in northwest Minnesota, back over toward Grand Forks. Grand Forks now getting into a bit of a break at the moment, so this is going to continue eastward as you dry out in the Grand Cities, still impacting places like Crookston, the Fisher area, back down into Trail County as well, and then this stretches up toward Roseau. We've been getting some rain there for a while at this moment, so it's been kind of slow to move through, but this line is moving through, and yes, it is producing some lightning at times. Moving farther south, not as impressive, but you see this little guy right here, this little green dot in Moorhead, South Moorhead, that just moved through the FM Metro, brought us a quick shower here this morning. You can see the wet road there as we're looking over I-94 and the interchange with University in Fargo. So taking a look at our current conditions, 61 degrees in Fargo. This will likely be the warmest it is for the rest of the day with the cooler air taking over. Wind still out of the south in Fargo, but you can see that change in direction happening in Grand Forks with the rain being reported there. We're at 59 degrees there, and it's much cooler in Devil's Lake at 48. That's what's coming our way, that cooler air taking over. So out at the bus stop, the kids may want their rain gear here with some of these spotty showers this morning. We could also see some into the afternoon, though they'll be working on departing at that point with temperatures that again will be cooling down as the day goes on with that northwesterly breeze. Be ready for some gusts in the 20s to 30 miles per hour today. Tomorrow we get a break from the rain, but more returns, more spotty showers on Thursday, and temperatures that I'm sorry to say are nowhere near the 70s to even that 80 we saw in a couple of spots in the Southern Valley yesterday, but very classic second part of October weather coming up for us in the 11-day planner.
Yeah, we had a wild October considering leading up to now.
That's
anyway.
True. Yes, it's felt very much like summer still for a lot of days in October. So yeah, definitely seeing the change and feeling the change today.
You got it. Thank you, Lisa.
Well, it is considered a developmental disorder, and while symptoms of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder start in childhood, many adults also have it, and experts say there's help out there, but first there must be a diagnosis.
In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains the impact ADHD can have on an adult and what to do if you think you have symptoms.
When Allison Burke's daughter started struggling to pay attention, a family doctor thought it might be ADHD, so this mom took her high schooler to be tested.
It sounded very familiar. And so through her diagnosis, I decided to go ahead and go through the testing process myself.
Turns out they both had ADHD and had been suffering with symptoms. Just like in children, the disorder can cause problems in daily life for adults, including having trouble paying attention, getting distracted, disorganization, procrastination, poor time management, difficulty remembering daily tasks, frequently losing things, and being forgetful.
I just kept feeling so seen and validated for the first time in my adult life.
Health experts say there are many reasons someone may not be diagnosed with ADHD until adulthood, but it's never too late to seek a diagnosis because treatment can help make day-to-day life easier, says psychologist Justin Bartarian with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center.
We're thinking about a pattern of symptoms that have been consistent throughout your life that significantly impact your functioning.
Burke now realizes she struggled as a child, but after diagnosis and treatment, she says her life's been changed.
I always tell people it's kind of like it just quiets down my brain and my body so that I can have that energy to focus on implementing those other tools that I've learned through therapy.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
ADHD is diagnosed differently in adults than in children, so for those who suspect they have symptoms.
Experts recommend talking to your primary care provider who can do initial screening and if need be, refer you for a more comprehensive evaluation.
Well, the countdown is on here at Valley News Live. Halloween just 9 days away.
Yeah, and we posted some community questions on our Facebook page for you to answer. And the Valley Today's Tatum Miller is live in studio taking a look at what you got to say. Good morning, Tatum.
Good morning, ladies. That's right. We want to know what you think about the following questions. We posted 4 to our Facebook page. The first one, how old is too old for trick-or-treating? Then we've got what's the best candy to get on Halloween? Are you team homemade costume or are you store-bought all the way? And most importantly, what time are you heading out for trick-or-treating with the kiddos? Now we're taking a look through some of your answers in our comment section. For how old is too old? Everybody pretty much agrees you're never too old. Amanda says, as long as you dress up, you're in the clear. Now going to our next question, what's the best Halloween candy? We've got a lot of chocolate lovers here, a lot of Butterfinger lovers as well. I like the pumpkin Reese's, staying in season. Now the next question, team homemade costume or store-bought? A lot of you are homemade, but of course, we're not hating on those who get them from the store. Amanda even submitted a picture of one of those homemade costumes. How cute is that? Now, the most important question, what time are we heading out? A lot of you say earlier for the little ones, maybe around 3:30 or 4, but we can stick to 5 p.m. for our school-age children. Thank you, Alicia. Now, you can play along by just commenting on this Facebook post. Ashlyn, Alex, this is getting me in the spooky season. I don't know about you.
Oh, definitely. Trick-or-treating of any age, I'm in.
Yeah, you say that until I'm at your door.
No, I'm ready for it, and I expect a costume.
Okay, yes.
A full reveal.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Tatum, for the update this morning. Now through Saturday, Fargo wants you to get to know the city's public transportation system. It's all part of Try MapBus Week.
This year, all rides will be free on MapBus fixed routes for the entire week.
And then on Wednesday, you're invited to stop by the Ground Transportation Center from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You're invited to enjoy a cup of coffee or hot cider from the self-serve station while supplies last.
On Thursday, celebrate Customer Appreciation Day at the Ground Transportation Center from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Staff are giving out free popcorn and bottled water.
Well, some jaw-dropping jack-o'-lanterns have arrived outside Duluth Resort. Check out this 1,300-pound pumpkin grown by Jerry Gibson in Sturgeon Lake. Michael Rudolph, though, is the impressive artist who carved the pumpkin outside Pier B.
As you can tell, he's got a little bit of experience. He once carved a massive pumpkin for a Minnesota Wild game. This time around, though, he says he hopes people get a little spooked when they walk by.
The goal is to turn this one into something spooky for Halloween that reminds even adults when they walk by that sense of awe when they see something spooky for Halloween when they were a kid. And of course, when the kids see it, something that they remember their whole life. Remember that giant jack-o'-lantern? That's what I want them to feel when they walk past it.
It's the Great Pumpkin. This is the third year Rudolph has carved pumpkins outside Pier B. He says he's gotten so good at it just by practicing.
As for his advice for carving pumpkins at home, Rudolph says, don't be afraid to make any mistakes.
A metaphor for life as well as spooky season.
Encouraging.
Thank you guys so much for joining us here on The Valley today.
We'll see you back here tomorrow.